Kyiv became the stage for high-stakes diplomacy on the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion, with European leaders arriving to discuss security guarantees and the possibility of future negotiations. European Commission, President Ursula von der Leyen, and European Council, President Antonio Costa, led the delegation, proclaiming their support for Ukraine. "We are in Kyiv today because Ukraine is Europe," von der Leyen declared on X. Yet beyond symbolic statements, concrete European commitments remain elusive. EU diplomacy chief Kaja Kallas acknowledged that while discussions on security guarantees for Ukraine were ongoing, the idea of deploying European peacekeepers had not taken shape.
Ukraine, how far are the discussions on sending European peacekeeping troops in case of a ceasefire?
First, there has to be peace, and so far Putin and Russia does not want peace. So there we can't also have the peacekeeping missions. But the discussions, what are the security guarantees for Ukraine? These are ongoing, yes.
The question of foreign troops in Ukraine has already raised alarms in Moscow. The Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR, previously warned that the West could deploy a peacekeeping contingent of around 100,000 troops, calling it a de facto occupation of Ukraine. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov reinforced this stance, stressing that any peacekeeping mission would require the consent of all parties involved. "It is premature to talk about peacekeepers in Ukraine," he stated. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov doubled down on Moscow's demands, stating that hostilities would only end if negotiations produced results that satisfied Russia.
Our president said clearly that Russia is ready to negotiate with Ukraine and Europe, and any representatives or middlemen who are willing to assist in achieving. But we will only stop hostilities after the negotiations have provided a firm result, a firm outcome that satisfies the Russian Federation.
When asked about Zelensky's call for Turkey and European countries to actively participate in the process, Lavrov dismissed Ukraine's diplomatic approach with a sharp rebuke.
You know, I can only confirm Russia's position because it hasn't changed. Unlike the position of the very character you've mentioned, who seems to be changing his position much more often than the green t-shirts he favors so much. The position of European countries is also hard to understand because it seems rather volatile, changing depending on who gets what ideas.
With uncertainty over Washington's long-term commitment to Ukraine under President Donald Trump, Kyiv's European allies are left grappling with how far they are willing to go. For now, the rhetoric of unity rings through Kyiv's streets, but the reality of securing Ukraine's future remains a battlefield of its own.